a lot of the fans up here in Canada, first, myself included, aside from magazine coverage, got to experience the AWA via the ESPN contract and those tapings at the Showboat Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas that we saw so many great matches. Henning against Bockwinkel, that 1 hour draw, and of course the program with the Midnight Rockers against Summers
and Rose.
Yes, and Rose. Just wanted to ask you about how the Showboat was, first of all, how the contract came together and how the Showboat was chosen and that whole process there.
When we were wrestling in California and we were wrestling in Colorado in Salt Lake City, and Vern just went to Las Vegas to, do the TV show to actually run the arenas, and the Showboat made us a great offer. And about the same time, ESPN came on, and he said, "Well, why don't we just shoot it out of ESPN out of Las Vegas?" So it worked out really good for us. In Canada, they got what was it? It's ESPN, but what do you call it up there? CSN?
TSN, the Sports
TSN.
Network.
Well, and you also got the matches from Winnipeg, didn't you? On that?
Yes, on TSN. So yeah,
they would tape them in Winnipeg. We wrestled there, once a month on Thursdays. They would tape them, and then they would play them across Canada too. So I mean, the AWA, when you look at it across Canada, and then from, Winnipeg to St. Louis to the West Coast, it's a pretty big territory.
Mm-hmm. And definitely some good programming there. Were you the person that put the booking and the creative together for those tapings?
We Vern, myself, El DeRusha, Wally Carbo, and then eventually we had Ray Stevens and Jack Lanza and Nick Bockwinkel come in, Bobby Heenan once in a while. Those were the guys that then and did the booking.
One of the characters that came to prominence during those Showboat tapings, and he's kind of developed a sort of a cult following, if you will, is the announcer Larry Nelson, the late Larry Nelson. Do you have any stories about Larry? I heard he could really hang in the partying department.
You hit it right on the head there. There's not much more to say. After the matches at the Showboat, he would he'd have a good time. He was a great guy, though. Just fantastic.
Did he towards the end of the AWA? There's some confusion as to what happened to him. Did he walk out, or was he being scouted by New York too?
I actually don't remember. I wish I did, but I don't. He was so good, but he never ended up in New York. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They may have just made him an offer and then put him on the shelf just to kill us. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the way Mr. McMahon, Vince McMahon, liked to work. Mm-hmm. Not a good guy. And Larry was a good guy, but not Vince.